Just overall, Toby, the game tonight, the way the team battled in the fourth quarter defensively, what was the key there?
Really, it's kind of at that point where the team gets a stop and is able to get out and run and get a bucket. I mean, I thought for us it was, Ben being able to get those steals and be able to stop those possessions for them without getting a shot up and us getting out and running. So that was huge for us.
What sort of growth have you seen from Ben in those game situations? Because it feels like at least 2, 3, 4 games this year he's won them on defense at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows his ability and what he is capable of. And we know as a team what we expect from one another and what we expect for Ben too. So just him being able to find a way to will us to a victory, will our team, and I think that's what we all have to continue to grow on, especially we're finding that out as a group in fourth quarter. Different guys at different times being able to impact the game through different ways. So, I mean, with Ben, it's either he can do it either on offensive end, defensive end, making passes and whatnot. So, he's overall, an amazing talent.
Tobias, it seemed like you had some frustrating moments with some of the calls tonight. I think the foul on the three-pointer and then the out of bounds that was reviewed. But for you to be able to get 4 big points at the end of the game and finish with a 50% shooting net, I guess that feels pretty good, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you watched the game, but I was never frustrated. No, sometimes it goes that way. When the foul on the 3, that was discouraging for me. So I want to do, anything to be able to win the game at that point. And then, came back down. We ran a play for Joe, which Miles Turner comes around, gets around that. So, then we just had to go on the defensive end and get stops and get out. But overall, just was able to try to get into a rhythm fourth quarter from the start of it and do anything to will us to victory. I think, coming off a back-to-back, this is a crucial game. 2 teams that kind of, records are right there with one another. And, us being at home, we want to protect our court, and we want to really make a statement as we continue to try to get on a little streak here with wins and being able to go on the road and win. So we're continuing to progress. So this was a good step.
Joel talked about the aggressive mindset that he's had since Toronto. Does that rub off on the rest of the team?
Yeah, I think we're best when Joel is that aggressive. He draws so much attention, double teams, and he's been a willing passer to make plays out of that. And it overall helps everybody just because he's such a focal point. So if you're coming off pick and rolls, they're going back to him and whatnot. And, he's a beast. You can't guard him down there. Either, you foul or hope he misses, and that's about it.
Tobias, now that you mentioned you never really get angry, and tonight on the court you showed a little more emotion than you normally do. So how do you shrug that off and move on in the next play when it's not a thing that's part of your night to night?
Yeah, I mean, I always try to keep myself in a good balance throughout, season, game, whatnot. More or less, not necessarily for me, more or less for everybody else on the floor. And not to have guys try to contain my energy, which is deflating of their energy. So, I just try to stay in a balance. Tonight, obviously, got a little frustrated, but just kind of use that frustration in the right way, in a productive way to try to, do my best to make a play and to make plays for our team to win. So sometimes you need that frustration to come out a little bit. I don't really get that much text. I thought maybe I was going to get one at one point, and then I didn't get it, so then I just kept it rolling like, all right, save some money and let's get a win. That's it.
Tobias, there's a lot of talk, before the season early on about fourth quarter scoring, who will be the kind of go-to guy. Mm-hmm. You obviously had a big night tonight in the fourth quarter. Was there anything specific that was done for you, any kind of actions that you liked that really opened things up for you?
Yeah, I thought, in the beginning of the fourth, we ran a lot of plays versus some mismatches that was able to get the ball to me in my spots. And, from there, that creates a rhythm, that creates a flow into the late fourth quarter, being able to, come off at the pull-up 3 and things like that. So it's kind of that type of flow early in the fourth that got me going to be able to, generate some buckets and some plays in the late fourth quarter.
You worked a lot of the summer on improving little things with your defense, not tonight specifically, but past couple of weeks. Have you seen growth in that department for you?
Yeah, I think just being able to laterally slide and close out on a lot of smaller guards has been the key, one of the key improvements. And I've noticed like just being able to get deflections and strips downs on a lot of drives have been able to go my way so far. So those are things that were improved upon, and I look to continue to improve to help our team.
Take one more. Do you feel like maybe early on in the season you guys were maybe being all a little too unselfish, kind of wanting to get everybody involved, and maybe now you guys are starting to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe a little bit more selfish, but like in a good way?
Yeah, I think so, and I think as we continue to figure this out, because we're not fully there yet, but we're taking the right steps game by game, and we're being able to kind of close out a lot of these close games, which is a good thing. But we're going to continue to find our balance and to really make sure that everybody is fed along the way, and that's going to be the biggest thing going forward with our team. But all in all, we got the right guys, the right personalities that want to win, and that plays a big part in it. All right, thank you.